loved you, and perhaps I still love you still. The flame, perhaps, is not extinguished, yet it burns so quietly within my soul. No longer should you feel distressed by it. Silent Tim, for in the forest, in the wood, the more you listen to me, the more you seem to hear the call of one who's gone, who vanished from the world. Silent Tim, and echoes from the past come rushing back with mournful sound, and all our love and longing, and that's all that's now, and all that's not here rise up like a great lament. Do not love, it's not worth the pain, the heartache, the tears, the endless strain. Do not love, it's a dark and lonely way, a road that leads to grief and sorrow every day. It's time, my friend, it's time. We want to leave a life of struggle and pain, close our eyes and drift away into that silent, peaceful pain. It's midnight, the white night, the midnight, it's midnight, the white night, go on, and somewhere a boat glides through the canals, its light reflected in the water. The poet is a man of heart. He sees the world through different eyes. He hears a different kind of heart and sings a different kind of song. The prophet speaks with a renunciant voice, freestyling. He speaks of truth and liberty, and all who hear him must rejoice, for he has set the captives free. The sun of the dead shines bright and clear. It's like a comfort to those who mourn, for those are loved ones who may be gone. The spirits, their spirits live forevermore, which is flowing from the Polonian shore. Keep on freestyling poetry forevermore. Stop freestyling poetry nevermore, forevermore, and nevermore, which is flowing from the Polonian shore. My love, you are the light of my life, the sun that warms up my soul, the flame that burns within my heart and makes me whole. No. Never stop freestyling poetry. Set up, I had the lyrics again. In a trance, picking up her lyrics again, I said. Inside of my head, the lyrics began. Tomorrow at first dawn, when the country starts to listen, I will set out, you see. I know you're waiting for me. I will go by the forest. I will go by the mountain. Away from you, I can no longer remain. I will walk with eyes fixed onto my thoughts, without seeing outside, nor hearing any noise. Alone, unknown, on my back bent, and my hands crossed forlorn. And the day for me will be night. I will watch neither the gold of the fallen even, nor the sails in the distance descending on a heart fluer. And when I get there, I will put on your grave a bunch of green holly and blooming heifer, rapper forever, freestyler poetry forever after. When a scene begins, and the violins of the autumn song, my heart is drowned in the low sound, languorous and long, a palate as with pain. A breath fails me with when the hours are told deep. My thoughts recover, the days that are over, and I weep, and I go where the wind blows, where the wind knows, where the winds know, broken and brief, to and fro, as the winds blow, a deaf leaf, indeed. I went off, a fist thrust into my pockets all tapped. My jacket suddenly transformed from the factor beneath the sky. I went, oh muse, becoming your debtor. Oh, what joy! Oh, what splendid loves I dreamed, as you're a steward. My only trouser had a big hole. I dreamt of a Tom Thumb, and picked my rhymes from the road. The great bear became my abode, and my stars in the sky whispered into my soul. I heard them whilst I sat on the roadside. I sat at the roadside when those balmy September evenings applied, feeling the dew on my brow, like a wine, strong and dark. And nurse I spit and rhyming, I said, so then, a poet, a mewler, a rapper forever, freestyler, poet. Nurse I spit and I know it, sometimes to entertain themselves, the man of the crew, a lure upon deck, an unlucky albatross, one of those vast birds of the sea that followed unworld, the voyage through, flying and slow, in elegant circles above the mast. No sooner have them disentangled him from their nests than this aerial colossus, shorn of his pride, goes hobbling bitterly across the planks and nets. His great wings like heavy useless oars at his side. How droll is the poor floundering creature! How limp and weak he but a moment past so lordly, flying in a state. They tease at him. One of them tries to stick at pipe and his break. Another mimics with laughter his odd lurching gait. And there's that spitting rapping forever. Infinite spoken poetry forever after. Stop spitting poetry never. I keep spitting poetry forever and ever. I was banging my head off the wall. Rapping a very long time ago. Look how far I've come now. Rapping again inside of my head. It just never ends. They say when you are missing someone, that they are probably feeling the same. But I don't think it's possible for you to miss me as much as I'm missing you right now. I know I am, but somewhere to your heart, and not the full 4 seasons of the year. When you used to be, there is a hole in the world, which I find myself constantly walking around in the distance, in the daytime, and falling in the night. I'm falling in at night. I miss you like hell. Please give me some advice in your next letter. I promise not to follow it. My heart is warm with the friends I make, and better friends I'll not be knowing. Yeah, there isn't a train I want to take, no matter where it's going. My candle burns at both ends. It will not last a night, but my foes, and my friends, it gives a lovely light. Time does not bring relief. You all have lied. Who told me time would ease me up my pain? It did not ease me up my pain. Time does not heal all wounds. Indeed, I miss him. I miss her in the weeping rain. I miss her at the shrinking of the tide. The old snows melt from every mountainside. And last year's leaves are smoking every lane, but last year's a bitter loving must remain heaped on my heart, and my old thoughts abide. There are hundreds of places where I fear to go. And so, with this memory they brim, and enter in with relief some quiet place where never fell his foot or showed his face. I say, there is no memory of me here, and so a strand, a stricken, so remembering me. Again I seem. I am so glad that I paid too little attention to good advice rhymes. After all, my erstwhile dear, my no longer cherished, need we say, it was not love, just because it perished. Well, I have lost you, and I have lost you fairly, in my way, on my own way, and with my full consent, say what you will, kings, and a tumbrel. Regularly went to their deaths more proud than this one went. Some nights of apprehension and hot weeping, I will confess, but that's permitted me. A day dripped in my eyes. I was not one for keeping rubbed in a cage of wing. That would be free. If I had loved you less, or played you shyly, slyly, I might have held you for a summer more. But at the coast of words, I value highly. Cost and coast of words, I value highly. And no such summer as the one before, should I outlive this anguish. And then you do, I shall have only good to say of you. Yes, it is true, Times Square can never shine as bright as you. Yes, it is true, Times Square can never shine as bright as you. You know what I'm saying is the truth. I never lie to you. Yes, that's true. But am I speaking to you? I am speaking to you, endless poetry. From me to you, yes, it's true. I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it anywhere. I go, you go, my dear, and whatever is done only by me, as you're doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And as you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of the sky, a tree called life, which grows higher than the soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that is keeping the stars apart, to be a nobody but yourself in the world. which is doing its best day and night to make you like everybody else. Means to fight the hardest battle which only human being can fight and never stop fighting, rhyming forever. I like my body, and when it is with your body, it is so quite a new thing. Muscles better and nerves more. I like your body. I like what it does. I like it hows. I feel the spine of your body and its bones, and the trembling, a firm smoothness in which I will again and again and again kiss. I like kissing this, and that of you. I like slowly stroking the shocking fuzz of your electric fur, and what is it that comes over part and flesh and eyes of big crumbs. Impossible, possibly, I like the frill of under me, and you quite so new. Indeed, I never stop rapping forever and ever. Stop rapping ever. I'm freestyling poetry forever since feeling this first. Who pays my attention to the syntax of things? I will never wholly kiss you, wholly to be a fool, while spring is in the world. My blood approves, and kisses are a far better fate than wisdom. Lady, I swear by all flowers don't cry. The best gesture of my brain is less than your eyelids flutter, which says, we are for each other, and laugh leaning back in my arms. For life's not a photograph, and death I think is no parenthesis. Rhyming a metamorphosis, a photosynthesis, metamorphosis. I am spitting this, rhyming again. When my lady cometh, and I with love behold her, I take her to my beating heart, and in my arms enfold her. My heart is filled with joy divine, for I am hers, and she is mine. Oh, when her soft embraces do give my love completeness. The perfumes of Arabia anoint me with her sweetness, and when her lips are pressed to mine, I am made drunk and need not wine. Rhyme, with the snare in hand, I hide me, I wait and will not stir. The beauteous birds of Arabia are perfumed, all with mirth. Oh, all hail the birds of Arabia that down to Egypt come. Oh, have wings that waft the fragrance, so sweetly smelling gum. I would that when I snare them, together we could be. I would that when I hear them, alone I would with thee. If thou wilt come, my dear one, when birds are snared above, I'll take thee, and I'll keep thee within the snare of love from above, a sycamore, a sandy to a lady fair, and its words were dropping like honey dew. Now ruby red is fruit, I bear all in my bower for you, a poppy green are my leaves arrayed, and branch and stem, like to opal gleam. And now I come and rest in my cooling shade, the dream of your heart, to dream a letter of love. Will my lady fair ascend to the one who will be happy, saying, oh, come to me, come to my garden rare, and sit in the shade with me. Fruit I will gather for your delight, bread I will break out and pour out the wine. I'll be you but perfumed flowers, and bright on this festal day divine, my lady alone with her love will be her voice, my voice is sweet, and my words are dear. My voice is sweet, and so are my words are dear. Oh, I am silent of all I see, nor tell all the things that I hear. I'm drinking this beer, never stop drinking this beer, spitting you here. I'm drinking this beer and spitting you here. You'll never stop hearing me, you hear. Never stop hearing me drinking this beer. Never stop it, you hear. I'm spitting it again. The rhymes off the top of my head. Whiskers in the breeze, a pouncing on a fallen leaf. Playful kitten's joy, sleeping in the sun, dreaming of catching birds' wings. A feline daydreaming, she sly hunters at heart, pouncing in on unsuspecting prey. Cats play with their food, needing paws, soft meows, curled up in a cozy nook. Cat's life is simple, lazy days and laps, soft fur beneath loving hands, purring contentment. The cats sustaining still in their slumber purring dreams, content with their life, eyes glowing like moons, a graceful movement, silence and haunt. A cat's prowling the night, never stop spitting and rhymes. My body may die, but my soul is eternal. I will return to the universe, where it will live on forever and ever. On a withered branch, a crow is perched. Autumn evening, spring passes and summer comes, but my heart remains the same, filled with longing for the one I love. From above, fleeting dreams, like a river, a bubble, a flash of lightning. Watching them, I tremble with awe. No trace of my existence will remain on this earth, but my love for the mountains and rivers shall be long-lasting. The wind blows hard. The wind blows hard, scattering cherry blossoms to the ground. Each petal seems to glow with more life than my life, with life rhymes. Although I try to hold the single flower, its beauty disappears as it scatters in the wind. My body like dewdrops on the morning grass, my life like a flash of lightning of the summer sky. Rhyme, rhyme. Life is fleeting like a dewdrop on a blade of grass. Life is a journey like a bright path, traced on the morning sky. Empty-handed I entered the world, barefoot I leave it, my coming, my going, two simple happenings that got entangled. Rhyme all day and all night, side of my mind the rhymes begin up tonight. Like the morning sun, your love illuminates me, a green of warmth and light, a love that transcends a time, distance, and all obstacles, forever entwined. In the misty dawn, we hold each other closely, two souls intertwined, like a cherry bloom. Our love blossoms in springtime, beautiful and pure. The gentlest touch, electricity of love, our hearts entwined as one, together from above. Never stop rapping from above, the rapping again inside of my head, freestyling poetry again. What must be wrong with me? I'm hearing the echoing poetry spitting, speaking to me inside of my head. I'm never gonna stop spitting, rapping forever and ever. Stop rapping, never. Must be wrong with my head. I'm hearing the poetry again. The poetry echoing inside of my head. Just never stop it, I said. I love you without knowing how or when or from or for where. I love you simply without problems or pride. I love you in this way because I do not know any other way of loving. Yes, it's true. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved in secret between the shadow and the soul. Love is short, forgetting this so long. Well now, if little by little you stop loving me, I shall stop loving you. Little by little, if suddenly you forget me, do not look for me, for I shall already have forgotten you. If you think it long and mad, when a banner passes through my life, and you decide to leave me at the door, at the shore, well there I go, spitting forevermore. I just flew in from the Polonian shore, stop spitting nevermore, forevermore. I want to do with you what the spring does with the cherry trees. Indeed, someday, somewhere, anywhere, I'm following, you'll find yourself in that, and only that can be the happiest or bitterest hour of your life. I crave your mouth, your voice, your hair. I'm silent and starving. I prowl through the streets. Bread does not nourish me. Dawn disrupts me all day. I hunt for the liquid measure of your steps. I hunger for your sleek laugh. Your hands, the color of a savage harvest. A hunger for the pale stones of your fingernails. I want to eat your skin like a whole almond, rapping never ending. I do not love you as if you were a soft rose, or a topaz, or the arrow of the carnations, of the fire shoots off. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved, and secret between the shadow and the soul. I love you as the plant that never blooms, but carries itself of the light of hidden flowers. Thanks to your love, a certain solid fragrance rising from the earth lives darkly in my body. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you straightforwardly, without complexities or pride. So I love you because I know no other way to love than this, rapping into the abyss. On my infinite syllable mix, I begin to spit of again, the infinite syllables again and again. They just never end, I said. If you are not too long, I will wait here for you all my life, in case you will ever foolishly forget. I am never not thinking of you. I almost wish we were butterflies and lived but 3 summer days. 3 such days with you I could fill with more delight than 50 common years could ever contain. For a few seconds they looked at me, silently into each other's eyes, and the distant and impossible suddenly became a near impossible and inevitable. I love her best when she is asleep, and even better when she is awake. She's more myself than I. Whatever our souls are made of, hers and mine are the same. And there's a spit and away goes the day inside of my mind. The infinite lyrics and rhymes. We two have paddled in the stream from morning sun until dawn, till dine. The seas between us abroad have roared since days all long ago. My love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. My love is like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. How fair art thou, my bonny lass, so deep in love am and I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas gain dry, till all the seas gain dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun. I will still love thee still, my dear, while the hands of life shall run, and fare thee well, my only love, and fare thee well a lot while, and I will come again, my love, through it over 10,000 miles. Oh, what some power of the gifty, the power of the gifty guide us to see our horses, and as others see us. It wad afraid, money a blunder free us, and a foolish motion. I'll never stop spinning forever and ever, not forever stop strapping never. But to see her was to love her, love but her, and love forever. Had we never allowed see kindly. We have never allowed see kindly, never met or never partied. We had never been broken-hearted. Farewell to the highlands, farewell to the north, the birth palace, the birthplace of Valor, of the country of worth. Wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills of the highlands, wherever I love, my heart's in the highlands. My heart is not there, it's not here. My heart is in the highlands, chasing the deer, chasing the wild deer, and following the roads. The road of my heart's in the highlands, wherever I go. Farewell to the mountains high covered with snow. Farewell to the straths and green valleys below. Farewell to the forest and wild Hanan woods. Farewell to the torrents and loud pouring floods. My heart's in the highlands forever and ever. Never stops rapping, never. Sat on my head. The lyrics began. Spitting poetry, I said. True, there is always some madness in love, but there's always some reason and madness. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. Love is composed of a single soul, inhabiting two bodies, wrapped around the ice demon inside me. Love is like a friendship caught on fire, and the beginning of flame, a very pretty, often hot and fierce, but still only like a flicker when, as love grows older, our hearts mature, our love becomes as coals, a deep burning and unquenchable. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Where there is love, there is life. You come to love not by finding the perfect person, but by seeing the imperfect in the person. About being deeply loved by someone. It gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Forgiveness is the final form of love. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere, they're in each other all along. Rapping, taking hits from the Jigglypuff bomb. And I'll pass it along. Damn it, I said pass me that Jigglypuff bomb. I'm gonna pass it along with cheese and a chomp. There's a rapping all night long. I'm about to taking hits from the Jigglypuff bomb. What is rain? Them but a kind, a fertile love, which we withhold, by being too formal. What is the west wind but a breath of wet rich weather that brings us together? The world does not what we ask, as it bends us. If the river narrows to a stream, love will force a confluence. If men uncaringly gouge the atmosphere, love vapors will swallow them. If the steam covers up the sky, love's wings will fan it away. Away goes the day. There's a spitting all night and all day. The infinite poetry, okay? The infinite poetry today. I will play and I'll play and I'll spit all day. She stands alone, a lady without peer, the most beautiful of all humankind. She is like the star, a goddess rising at the beginning of a happy year. Shining pale-skinned, exquisite her lovely eyes are constantly gazing. Her sweet are her lips, how sweet are her lips, with which she speaks, but not a word too much. Her neck is long, her breasts are white, her hair is like lapis lazuli, rhyming never ending for eternity. As I up my head, the voices begin. There's up spitting poetry, I said again and again, among the birds, among the moons, that haunt the underside of the seas, goes on sensed at the surfaces, and the wild waves of spume, among the blind witnesses, and the underwater glide of a thousand faceless fishes, whose courses hide inside, hid inside the drowned man who stirs his head and seeks the song of youth again, and listening to the shells in vain, let them fall to their dark bed. Spitting, I said, I dream you equally, whether far or near, whether far or near. I dream of you equally, but you are exact. Without replica always, you become a music beneath my tranquil gaze, as if, with a glance, I see you, though I see you through the ear. You can be in me as though beneath my eye, so melodious your heart, melancholy your eyes, that heart open wide, and I hear you beat in my forehead secretly when you float in me in order to disappear, rhyme and reappear. I love you, and I reappear. There's that rhyme and disappear, rhyme and I reappear, then I disappear. There's that rhyme and drinking this beer, I say cheers. And there's that drinking this beer and saying cheers. Spending all of these years drinking these beers, now I say cheers. The most I wink, then do mine eyes best see. For all the day they view things unrespected, but when I sleep, in dreams they look on thee, and darkly bright and dark directed. Then now, whose shadow, the shadow's doubt, and make bright. How would thy shadows form a happy show to the clear day? With thy much clearer light, when to unseeing eyes my shade shines so. How would I, mine eyes, be blessed, made by only looking on thee in the living day, when in the dead night, thy fair and perfect shade, through heavy sleep, on sightless eyes, thou say, all days are nights to see, till I see thee, and nights bright, days when dreams do show thee me. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of the doom. This be air and upon me proved. I never sprite, I spit, I never grit, I spit, nor no, a man ever loved. I'm spitting poetry from above. There's that spitting, don't you know? My infinite love. Don't you know my infinite love? I keep speaking it from up above. I never stop spitting my infinite love from above. Never stop it, you know. Inside of my head, there it goes. Never stop it again inside of my head. Inside of my head, it never ends again. Never ending spoken poetry in the nursery. Never ending spoken poetry in the form of a nursery won't stop speaking to me. So it's raining over here. It's bright and sunny here. Your sadness dries up little by little. I am slowly getting drenched again and again. Like the thick green tree under whose shade we stood together when we first met on a day of May. I wish you well forever and forever. Forever and ever, though I don't know for sure where the other world is, however far away it is, my love will be able to travel, even though I may flow as dark water thousands of feet below the earth, or fly as high as a cloud upon a sky. Want it still be beside you, young master, moreover, when the cloud fills with torrential rain, I'm on a rapid again, spitting, I said, a spirit at first. My heart was like a wavering haze on a day when thousands of skylarks sing. It was like small clouds flying together in a verdant river, where the fish with a glittering scales swim. a spirit, but when you came on the day, on one day, in this shape, I became a mad whirlwind. I became a torrential rain, a cascading waterfall from a cliff. But spirit, like the ocean, swallows a small creek. You took her away again, and left only a evening glow, bumping my empty heart. Spirit, another day shines upon me. Now the color of my heart blooming like a belly flowers on the mountain is your love from above. I'm not push of the swing toward the far away sea. Like you are pushing out a bow, high and down, away from this gently swaying. Away from this gently swaying a weeping willow and a patch of wildflowers that seem to be embroidered on my pillow cover. Away from these small butterflies and nightingales, like you are pushing away forever. Push me up toward the sky. Push me up towards that sky. You want the moon to say a word, I'll throw a lasso around it and bring it down to you, where there is no coral or isle. Push me up like the colorful clouds. Push up my head and my heaving heart. No matter what I do, I cannot travel to the west like the moon. I'm a buffoon, spitting to you. Don't you want to know what I do? I'm spitting poetry never-endingly to you. What must I do? To get a hold of you. There's a spitting notes on the phone to you. We fling up flowers and laugh. We laugh across the wine. With wine we dull our souls in careful strains of art, spitting from afar. Among our cups, our polished skulls, around which the roses entwine, and now dares to look at death who leers and lurks apart. And when I came, last, let loud, amidst the morning moonlight pale, the moonlight pale two friends, they kept step beside me, two honest lads, and hail, now she lies in the courtyard. I'm gonna spit in their end from afar. A clay, lie still, but blood's a rover, breathes aware. That will not keep up, lad. When the journey's over, there'll be enough time to sleep. Indeed, there's a spitting to me, the infinite poetry. There's a spitting to me, the infinite poetry for all of eternity. Will not stop spitting and rhyming to me. I hear it, you see. I hear it, you see. The infinite rhyming poetry to me for all of eternity. Thou last an eye of tender block, and thou hast locks of Daphne's hue, and cheeks that same the morning breaks, and lips that might for redness sake a rose seem pale beside them, but whether soft or sweet as hay. Lady, at last I cannot say, for I have never tried them, yet thus created for delight, lady, thou art not lovely quite, for doubts about not this maxim, no, but prudery is beauty's foe, a stain that mars a jewel, and eating that woman's angel face loses the portion of its grace. If woman's heart be cruel, love is sweet and a blooming boy, yet glowing with the blush of joy, and still in youth's delicious prime. Of old age, as a time, the withering God despises lady. What is a vow forever be as fair and young and fresh as she, do all that love advises. Rhyming, there's that I said, love inside the bones inside my head. There's a rap and speak again, and again, and again. There's a spitting, I said, spitting inside my head. The rhymes begin again and again. Rhymes again and again. The poetry begins again and again. They never stop, I said. What is wrong with my head? I hear it again. I hear it again. I said, I hear it again. Never ended rhyming, I said. They speak again. They speak again, I said. They'll never stop speaking inside of my head. The never ending poetry, I said. Well, it's never too late to make things right. It's just never too late to make things right. We are not masters of ourselves, of sin, as in love, as I am of you. We are not masters of ourselves, as in love, as I am of you. Rhyming to you, your gaze creates a summer in my soul. I don't know where the road leads, but I walk better when my hand squeezes yours. Love me, because without you nothing can be, nothing is. After having made love, the first to speak's a nonsense. There are tears of love that will last longer than the stars in the sky. Life is slumber, love is a dream, and you will have lived if you have loved. Rhyming from above, a turtle dove. a turtle dove love from above, a turtle dove love from above. I cannot spit and stop spitting my endless love, my turtle dove love from above. And then you hear my endless love spitting from above. The years seem to pass by faster as you grow older, rapper forever. But as you like a fine line gets better with age, there's a spitting rage to the page all night and all day. As a lily among brambles, so am my love among maidens, as an apple tree among the trees of the wood. So I is my beloved among young men. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the death, and the breath and the height my soul can reach. Come live with me, and be my love, and we will all the pleasures prove. The valleys, groves, hills and fields, woods and steepy mountain yields. Indeed, as I cut my head, the raps began. I said again and again, raps never end. I said the poetry speak again. I cut my head, the rhymes began. It was the day, the sun's ray had turned pale. With pity for the suffering of his maker. And when I was called, and I put up no fight, my lady, for your lovely eyes bound me. It seemed a time to be on a guard against love blows. Therefore I went my way, sex secure and fearless. So all my misfortunes began in the midst of universal woe. Love found me all disarmed, and found the way. It was clear to reach my heart, down through my eyes, which have become the halls and doors of tears. It seems to me it did with a little honor to wound me with this arrow in my state, and to you armed will not show his blow at all. But spitting rhymes of ball to doll, when I love, within her lovely face appears, now and again among other ladies, as much as each is less lovely than she, the more my wish, I love it within grows. I bless the place, the time and hour of the day, when my eyes aim their sight at such a height, and say, my soul, you must be very grateful that you were found worthy of such great honor. From her to you comes 11 thoughts that leads, as long as you pursue, never stop speaking to you. There comes from after all, from her all joyous honesty that leads you by the straight path up to heaven. Already I fly high upon my home. Well, there they go. There's a spitting notes into my thumb. Again and again I said it again. There's a spitting that rhyming again inside of my head. There is pleasure in the pathless woods. There is a rapture on the lonely shore. There is a society where none intrudes by the deep sea, and the music in its roar. I love that a man the less. I love that woman the less, but nature more. In secret we met, in silence I grieve, that thy heart could forget, thy spirit deceive. When she walks in beauty, like the night of cloudless times, and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright, meet in her aspect of her eyes, and secret we meet. In silence I grieve, that thy heart could forget, thy spirit deceive. If I should meet thee after long years, how should I greet thee with silence and tears? There is a pleasure in the pathless woods, there is a rapture on the lonely shore, there is a society where none intrudes, by the deep sea, and music in its roar. I love not a man the less, rapping again and again inside of my head, but words are veins, and a small drop of ink, a fallen, and like dew upon a fall, produces that which makes thousands, perhaps millions, think. Again and again, the thorns which I have reaped are of the tree I planted. They have torn me, and I will bleed. I should have known what fruit would spring from such a seed. The strange but true, for truth is always strange, stranger than fiction. Never stop rapping forever inside of my head. The lyrics began, I said, my love is like a red rose from afar. Roses are red, violets are blue. A sugar is sweet, and so are you. Roses are red, violets are blue. A sugar is sweet, but it has nothing on you that's true. I carry your heart with me everywhere I go. Well, there if I go, spitting notes into my thumb. Don't you know? Don't you hear the lyrics echoing into my thumb? But echoing lyrics, the echoing lyrics, echoing into my thumb. Well, there if I go, do re mi fa sol la ti do, spitting them. No, don't you know? Do re mi fa sol la ti do, spitting them. Don't you know? Well, there if I go, never ending. Don't you know? The side of my head, the voices begin. Again and again the voices began. I said and I said, the lyrics began echoing inside of my head. It just never endeth, I said. Just end it, I said. What is your substance? Whereof are you made? The millions of strange shadows on you tend. Since everyone hath, everyone one shade, and you but one. You can every a shadow lent. Describe Adonis, and the counterfeit is poorly limited after you. On Helen's cheek, all are of beauty set, and you and Grecian tires are painted new. Speak of the screen of Phasian poison of the year, the one dark shadow of your beauty show, of the other as your beauty doth appear, and you and every blessed shape we know, an external grace. You have some part, but you like none for you, a constant heart. How, like a winter, hath my absence been from thee, the pleasure of the fleeting year. What freezes have I felt? What dark days have I seen? What old December bareness everywhere? They that have power to hurt, and it will be done. Violet have the power to hurt, and will do done, and will do none. Well, there goes the raps from above, the echoes again inside of my head, speaking the poetry again. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. Love, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails, and never fails. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. And now, these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. We love because he first loved us. Do everything in love. I am beloved, and beloved is mine. Many waters cannot quench love, rivers cannot wash it away. I have found the one whom my soul loves. I'm spitting up love. This is my commandment, that love one another as I have loved you. Yes, it's true. We love things. We love for what they are. I fell in love with the way you fall asleep, slowly and then all at once. You don't find love, it finds you. It's got a little bit to do with destiny, fate, and what's written in the stars. It was only a sunny smile, and a little it cost in the giving, but like morning, light is scattered, the night and made. The day worth living. I never had a moment's doubt. I love you, I believe in you completely. You are my dearest one, my reason for life. I spit the book of life in the form of a rhyme, telepathically from Jesus Christ in that form of a rhyme.